With 1 billion users, the social media app TikTok has skyrocketed in prominence in recent years. Despite its popularity, though, among young people, little is known about the potential mental health impacts it may have. In the second of our 4-part series on protecting your children, Western Mass News reporter Mary Wilson is digging deeper into the app's effect on teens.
This sophomore class at Chicopee High School is hard at work on their Chromebooks. It's the only type of screen time they're allowed at school.
I feel like crazy for saying this, but I actually really like it. Like at first I did not like the idea at all. I thought like my world was gonna end.
The cell phone ban at Chicopee High School gives Juliana Gayek a break from scrolling on the most popular app among teens, TikTok, where young people can be sucked into a world of physical perfection.
There's a bunch of like famous TikTokers that have like a bunch of money and they have all this like style and they like are skinny and stuff. So it's definitely really easy to compare them because you're definitely not as good as them.
TikTok's algorithm keeps young people scrolling by tracking what they're watching and liking, then flooding them with more and more of it. So if a teen lingers on a TikTok about depression or weight loss, they can be pulled down a dangerous rabbit hole.
It's hard sometimes to be scrolling on social media and you see these skinny, pretty girls with all the likes, and there's not a lot of people that look like me personally. So it kind of like messes with your head a little bit sometimes.
In fact, this possible link between TikTok and teens' mental health is under investigation by Massachusetts Attorney General Maura Healey, with a focus on TikTok's methods of boosting engagement and time spent on the app.
What did TikTok know? How did it design its algorithm? Did it know that it designed its algorithm in a way to make people watch for longer periods of time, especially our young people? And our strong belief is that they did. And the concern is they did that knowing that that increased screen time among our teens is actually increasing real depression, anxiety, even suicidality out there among our young people.
A study by JAMA Pediatrics found that as screen time increased, so did adolescents' worry and stress.
A lot of the time before bed, I'll just be laying there scrolling on TikTok, and then I look at the time and it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Green, who spends about 3 hours a day on TikTok, is part of the app's largest demographic, females ages 10 to 19, an age range when wellness content specialist Danielle Hill says self-esteem is still developing.
So kids are comparing themselves to people that aren't real. They're looking at things. They're not paying attention to what they're doing in school. And I do think it affects their mental health.
Kids ages 8 to 18 now spend an average of 7.5 hours a day in front of a screen. And students say increased use during the pandemic has affected them socially.
I'm definitely more awkward because I didn't have social interaction for like a year or a year and a half.
In response, TikTok has said they care deeply about the well-being of their community, even launching this digital well-being section in settings where parents can set a limit on time. And once a kid reaches that time limit, a passcode is needed to keep watching. Parents can also turn on restricted mode, which blocks some inappropriate content.
Keep an open line of communication with your kids so that they can come to you with concerns about what's happening on social media. Keep track of how much they're using their platforms like TikTok and really come to understand what's going on here.
Hill says when kids are hooked on their phones, they're losing out on social and emotional learning.
Well, school connectedness means they have relationships with their teachers, they have relationships with their peers, but if they're on their cell phone all the time, they're not getting that.
She says a mental health task force is looking into how curriculum can improve wellness while students find their own ways to cope with the negativity of social media.
I always say just be kind. You don't know what someone else is going through, or if they see something how you see it or differently. So I don't know, just be kind to one another.
Attorney General Healey says her investigation is moving quickly, and if any consumer laws are being violated, TikTok will be stopped and held accountable. Mary Wilson, Western Mass News.